What's up, everyone? I'm the one, the only Jack Slater, yeah, the comic outlaw. Check us out on YouTube, and if you like us, subscribe, And right now we're doing Maximum Carnage 10 of 14. Yep, we're coming in the home stretch, and right now it's down and dirty. Carnage versus Spidey versus Venom. Yeah, they say the best come in threes. We're about to find out. And we're coming back to Team Carnage basically doing what they've been doing. Murdering their way through New York, killing random people, basically causing chaos and devastation. But this time Carnage has something special. He has that sonic gun. Yep, the one that Venom threw away. But anyways, Captain America's on the team now. And they're trying to figure out what to do. Spider-Man's about to lose hope, and Captain America is doing that jaw-dropping speech that he usually does. Because he is the man. He is Captain America, after all. And so everybody's ready to go, and Spider-Man kind of asks Firestar if she could take, Carnage out, and she said she reached into her depths, and she couldn't do it. She's not a killer. And Captain America says that's a good quality, the difference between being a hero and an anti-hero. But speaking of anti-heroes, Deathlock taps into the system. Captain America's a little pissed, wondering how they got through his Stark system, and yet someone else breaks through. Iron Fist. Yes, sir. These two heroes want to help, and they've tapped into the system to join in the fray, because it's all hands on deck. Carnage is killing everyone, and the heroes need to unite. They need some unity. They need to come together and squash Carnage once and for all. But at this time, Spider-Man, of course, decides to take off, do his own thing. Meanwhile, Morbius, Cloak, and Black Cat are basically trying to figure out what to do. So they're thinking to do whatever's necessary, taking out his men, and just kind of like taking them out one by one, or just killing them while they're distracted. But this is the problem they've had, the numbers game. They haven't had a for sure plan. They've had a few small victories, but Team Spider-Man just does not have it. And they're always outnumbered, outclassed, and they're willing to go into the fray. I mean, these guys are willing to kill, but there's just not enough of them. Meanwhile, Carnage is roasting Venom over a hot fire. Symbian steaks. Yummy. And everybody's having a good time at the barbecue, except for Eddie Brock, of course. And Carnage is torturing him at this point, and he's decided to let Shriek at him because she does sonic wave blasts. So she's torturing him really rough, and Carnage tells her, to take his time. He wants to get days, maybe weeks out of this. He wants his torture to be slow. The blood running from him to be exquisite, pure pain. Meanwhile, Aunt May, Mary Jane, everyone's held up at the Osborn's house because it's basically carnage going on in the city. People are rioting, people are out stealing, murdering, and Mary Jane's of course worried about Peter, and he taps her on the shoulder. She gets scared, and she's pissed off at him. Unlike Lois Lane and other women, she doesn't want him to be Spider-Man. She's sick of the lifestyle, even though she knew he was Spider-Man when they hooked up. Can you see the problem, people? Anyways, the fight continues, and these guys are no slouches. They're holding their own, but the numbers game. There's just too many of them. Black Cat makes a mistake, ends up hitting Cloak, and all hell breaks loose. I mean, the heroes are just simply outclassed. Black Cat gets her licks in. This is very interesting. This guy that eats life, because he's draining life from a vampire who also drains life. So I think that's kind of cool that this is kind of happening. And he's just basically draining the hell out of Morbius. I guess turnabout's fair play, huh? The Cloak snatches him up, and Black Cat kind of signals for a retreat, but she gets hit out of nowhere, and the bad guys are about to finish her off. And then, in the shadows, somewhere deep down, there's a man in a cursed suit. And his name is Nightwatch. Yes, Nightwatch, that is his name. And he comes out of nowhere and saves Black Cat. And, it's kind of funny because Morbius is willing to sacrifice her, for the cause. And Cloak, is so angry because Dagger's dead. He's willing to do the same, but Nightwatch isn't. Nightwatch is a hero who is cursed. Very weird. Meanwhile, all hell is breaking loose everywhere. The cops are trying to do what they can, to kind of hold everything together, but, the villains are just escaping. The villains are basically robbing everywhere, and Spider-Man decides to come to the prison and lend a friendly hand. And he's just beating the crap out of these guys. It must feel good since he's had his butt whooped most of this series, to kind of do a little butt whooping himself. And he's kind of sitting there, like I said, he's opening a can of whoop ass, just basically having his way with everyone, webs everyone up, and does his, "This is a job for the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man." I'm sure that made him feel good inside, while Carnage and his group are just killing and killing and killing. Yep. But anyways, this Nightwatch guy has a plethora of powers, I guess, and he is kind of turning the tide. And again, it's the numbers advantage. And he's kind of new, he's doing his thing. He's a supernatural character, so he does have effects on the Demogoblin. He appears to have a certain amount of strength, and they kind of retreat, to regroup, figure out what's going on, and most of all, get Carnage. Let him know what's going on. Let him know there's more allies and more people to kill. Black Cat is seriously injured, and it's time to get her some help and get her out of there. So she's teleported away so she can get medical help. And at this time, Iron Fist and Deathlock join Captain America and Firestar as Captain America gathers his forces to plan an assault on Carnage. But will it be enough? Will the Star-Spangled Avenger, Spider-Man, and his team pull this off? Will they be able to finally stop Carnage, who is now torturing Venom as we speak? Will they be able to save him before it's too late? Well, I guess we'll have to find out the next time, won't we? And as always, I'm Jack Slater, and I'll catch you on the flip side.